They hadn't offered you their shoulders for you to stand on to get to the heights that you are now. You will be nobody.
Understand that this whole space is a crime scene. Our female ancestors here were raped by the Europeans.
Every single one of them was shot. The Arabs were here.
Blood, sweat, tears, pain. So this is what our people endured over the centuries that they are not talking about.
Shalom, brothers, shalom, sisters. Bishop Nathaniel here. You know what day it is. That's right. It is Shout Out Tuesday. It's Shout Out Tuesday. And you know how I love to read your letters of exhortation and your donations of support. But before I do that, I often love to cover a little bit of our hidden history. Now, I've been leaving the Muslims alone for some time now. There's been a lot going on in Palestine. But I saw a video where a Muslim guy said that Islam never enslaved black people. In fact, they've set black people up into kingdoms on the earth. Now, that's a lie. So when I saw that thing right there, now I got to take y'all to the history clip on what these Arab Muslims have done to us historically. So y'all take a look, get your libations on, get your diet food. And that's what I said, get your diet food. And we're going to come right back, all right? All right. Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Let's look up ham. Ham, perhaps hot. The youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. Watch this. He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negroes, but the Egyptians, Ethiopians, Libyans, and Canaanites. So the scholars know that the Negroes are not Hamitic. They're Shemitic. All right, in this dictionary from the 1800s, let's look up in Africa about the native population. Native population, the chief names used in describing the African population are Negroes, Bantu-speaking and Sudanic-speaking, Hamites, Northern and Eastern, Pygmies, Bushmen, and Hottentots. I want to jump down. The word Hamite, for example, describes men of physique differing from that of Negroes. So the white man knows that the Hamites are different from that of Negroes. Remember, this word is a Spanish word from Spain. Let's go down. Some of these physical patterns of face, skull formation, and body are common to certain areas, despite considerable crossbreeding of Negroes and Hamites, Negroes with Pygmies and Arab Semites with their Negro slaves. Negro tribes differ in facial feature and body build, but a Negro of West Africa without any admixture is the one usually chosen as a type. He is heavily built and from median height to tall. The head is long in relation to the breadth. The nose is wide, the lips thick and everted. The lower jaw protrudes. The skin color is very dark brown, almost black, and the hair is invariably black and woolly. All right, watch this, look at this. Slavery was due to raids of Arabs and Hamites or Negro communities. Do y'all see that? Picture history of Jewish civilization. Take a look at this. Y'all see the black slaves with yokes of iron on their neck? Very similar to the yokes of iron during the transatlantic slave trade. Let's read what it says. Thousands of war captives who were transformed into slaves made it possible for the Egyptian kings to implement their feats of engineering. Chained captives are shown on these painted clay facing plaques from a building erected by Ramses II in honor of the king's brave warriors from the period of the 19th dynasty, 19th dynasty. Now I know what you're thinking. Well, it says these were war captives. You think when the Egyptians was putting yokes of iron on our neck, we didn't fight against them? Yes, we fought again. Oh, you thought we just stood there and they put yokes of iron on their neck? No, we fought. The only problem was we lost. But that was God's judgment. You got to look at the similarities between these yokes of iron and the yokes of iron that America put on us. Here's the Israelites in Egypt working as slaves. What color are they? What color are the Israelites working? The same color as the taskmasters. These are not white folks. These are not Caucasians. Here's the Israelites picking grapes in Egypt. What color are they? Black. What color are they? Black. The Egyptians became familiar with the horse and wagon after the victory of the Hyksos in the beginning of the long period, 1730 to 1580 before Christ existed, walked the earth, of the rule of Asiatic peoples in the land of the pharaohs. This painting on a coffin shows Tutankhamun, that's King Tut, shooting his enemies from a war chariot from the tomb of Tutankhamun, Egyptian Museum. Now we know Tutankhamun died as a child, but they gave him honor. Look, everybody that's fighting, getting smashed are black. Look at the Egyptian slaves, the slaves of Egypt. Those were the Israelites serving King Tut, black. This was us here, slaves. Slaves. Israelite slaves. Israelite slaves. Muhammad, founder of Islam. Muhammad's first principle, which proclaimed Allah is Lord of the universe and there is no other, is essentially a Jewish doctrine. The phrase, and Muhammad is his prophet, was added only later. The saying, "No one is a prophet in his own town," held particularly true for Muhammad. In Mecca, his birthplace, he was not well received. He was not received well. Mecca was the center of the paganism of the Arabian tribes. Muhammad was forced to flee and to make his hijrah to Yathrib, Medina, in 622. There he initiated efforts to win converts to his faith among the city's Arab population. He became very close to the Jews. These are the black Jews, as I've been showing you, and this book has proven it. He became very close to the Jews and adopted various Jewish practices such as fasting on the Day of Atonement and facing Jerusalem in prayer. Even his scribe was a Jew. All these facts led the Jews to consider him one of the God-fearing and a light to the Gentiles, and they even helped him. But they did not regard him as a prophet of God. His demand that the Jewish tribe of Bani Qunayqa adopt his doctrines, the religion of Islam, was contemptuously rejected. Do y'all see that? It was this rebuff which accounted for Muhammad's eventual great hatred of the Jews, those black Jews. He hated them. He abandoned the observances he had borrowed from Judaism, and as soon as his position among the Arab tribes grew stronger, he began attacking the Jews and their customs and even waged open warfare against them. The armies of the Arab tribes surrounded the Jewish communities in the vicinity of Medina and in northern Arabia and completely destroyed them. Only a few survivors succeeded in escaping the sword of the faithful to southern Palestine and Tamia. After Muhammad's death in 632, his followers in the Arabian Peninsula increased in numbers and power. Their religious fanaticism was combined with a lust for battle, a passion for conquest and plunder. So this is a brief history on how Muhammad was established or set himself up as a so-called prophet. Look here, I'm on page 94. Let's read the highlight. Simeon bar Yochai wept and said, "Lord of the universe, is it not enough for your sons what the evil kingdom of Edom, Rome," see, they knew, the scholars know that Edom is Rome, "did to them, that you must also send the kingdom of Ishmael against us?" That's the Arabs. Do y'all see that? Let's go down. And there will be a great hatred between them and the children of Esau, Rome. Let me read this part again. He sets a prophet of his choice over them who will conquer the land of Israel for them. And they will come and restore it to the Jews. And there will be a great hatred between them and the children of Esau, Rome. Y'all see that? But this book gives you the history. Notice it went from showing the Jews being black to the Arabs, Muhammad being established and the Arabs hating and destroying us, enslaving us. Now it gets to the Khazars, how the white man fit into all of this, okay, and became Jewish. The Khazars. Numerous tribes in the Arabian Peninsula and in the various lands of the Near Middle East adopted Judaism. The most famous of these were the Khazars. The land of the Khazars in southern Russia extended from the Caspian Sea to the Black Sea. You know what that area is called? The Caucasus Mountains. As far as Crimea, the Khazars were a semi-nomadic pagan tribe whose chief was the Cajun. At the beginning of the 8th century, the Khazars became very strong by virtue of their domination of the trade route between the Byzantine Empire and the Far East. For this reason, both the Byzantine emperors and Baghdad caliphs were interested in cultivating the Khazars and bringing them under their influence by winning them to their religion. Paganism was on its last legs. Cajun Bullen of the Khazars, who reigned over his people in the middle of the 8th century, decided to abandon his pagan faith but could not make up his mind what new faith to adopt. So when you read this, it tells you about a Jew and a Christian, a black Jew and a Christian came to him. Just to get to the point, this being the case, Cajun decided to adopt the faith of the Jews. This is how the white man became Jewish during the Middle Ages. All right, you saw it for yourself. You saw it for yourself. I lie not. That's the history, in brief, on what the Arab Muslims did to our 12 tribes of Israel. That's right, I said our 12 tribes of Israel, because that's who we are. Now, I often tell you, brothers and sisters, if you want to hear the voice of God, meaning if you want to understand the Bible. Some of you Christians think, oh, I hear the voice of God. Hello? Hello? What are you doing down there? No, that's not how you hear the voice of God. This is the voice of God. The Bible is the voice of God. You brothers, stop listening to these black Christians, especially these women that talk about God speaks to them. That's a damn lie. Okay, that's a lie. The way the Lord speaks to us is through his word. Not you woke up and had a tingly feeling one day. No. Anyway, I digress. These Christians, you brothers and sisters, you got to leave the black Christian church. It's evil, brothers and sisters. It's evil. I'm telling you, it's of the devil. It is of the devil. Now, what I'm going to do for you and me, we're going to take a look at a pastor of, I believe it's Burnell Church. Burrell Church or Burnell. Y'all can look it up. I really don't care because they're all the same to me. Whether they're Pentecostal, Baptist, Kojic, Seventh-day Disadvantage, Jehovah Wickedness, Mormons, the AME, African Methodist Episcopalian, whatever that crap is, it's all garbage. Anyway, let's take a look at this clip together, all right? Now, this is the overseer, Alfonso Joseph. Alfonso Joseph, that's right, in the audio to it yet. Y'all just take a look. That's him right there. These pictures are taken from his Facebook page. Okay? But pay attention.
Officers in Palm Coast, Florida were investigating a noise complaint when they stumbled upon an ex-church leader and pastor Alfonso Joseph, who was...
Now they say ex-church leader because after this event, they, excommunicated him. But at this time, he was the overseer or elder of the church. And let's see how he trains up and blesses the people.
Who was 48 years old at the time and in the back seat of a car with a 16-year-old boy.
What?
When officers...
What? He was in the back seat with a 16-year-old boy. You can't make this stuff up. Stop it. Stop. You can't make it up. Anyway, let's go on.
Shined their flashlight in the car. Both occupants were seen pulling their pants up.
What? What? Wait a minute. The cop came and shined his light in the back seat of the car, and both people in the back seat, not the front, not one in the front, one in the back. No, both of them was in the back, pulling their pants up. You can't make this stuff up now, but let's go on.
Here's what happened next.
How's it going, sir?
Hey, how are you?
Stepping out of here for me? Shut the door for me?
Wait a minute, wait. He got out the car and he's pulling up his shorts. You can't make this stuff up. Now, you know what? You got these Christian apologists. They don't see stuff like this. They look for anything on the Israelites. Now, I'm going to discuss that in a little bit. But you mean to tell me you don't see the filth of the black Christian church? Let's go on.
You have any weapons on you or anything like that?
No.
You got ID on you?
Yes.
I had to pause it. This is crazy. Now, I know that the cops got to be giggling to themselves because you see how the brother Alfonso Joseph is bent over getting his ID. Cops generally don't let you do that because with his back turned, bending inside the car, you can easily pull up a firearm and bam, bam, bam. So the fact that the cop allowed him to do this tells me the cop knew he was no threat. He got shorts on. Anyway, let's go on.
You have your ID on you?
No.
You don't have any ID on you?
No, no identification.
It's alright, sir. I'll get your name. You step over here. Go to my car right there.
Okay.
Step over there. Just stand right there. Lean on the car for me. Put your hands on the car. Now I'm just going to pat you down for weapons, okay?
Wait! The cop said, I'm going to pat you down for weapons. All he got on his boxer shorts. All he got on his boxer shorts. What the hell is going on here? I'm sorry, excuse me. Let's go on.
Here, right here. Hand on the car. Hand on the car for me. You have anything on you?
No. Well, I have my phone on.
That's fine. Leave it there.
Are we getting detained?
Yes, that's right now. Here on private property. Oh, you can put your hands on the car. Don't lean on the car. Just put your hands on the car. Put your feet. You have anything on you? No? No. Just your phone?
So they're checking a 16-year-old boy here.
What's that? Your headphones? Yeah. I'm just going to put them back in there.
So do we just have to leave? Or?
Yeah, right now I'm going to get your information first, and then we'll figure out from there. Okay. All right, you go ahead and lean around the car for me. Turn around. Just lean on the car right there. What's your name?
Alfonso.
Alfonso. A-L.
Overseer, Pastor Alfonso.
Last name? Joseph. All right, what's your date of birth?
11/6/73.
All right, just stand right there for a second. What are you guys doing? Obviously, it's kind of obvious. Who's he to you?
Huh?
Who's he to you?
Just the phone.
So, who's this guy?
So he asked the young boy, who is he to you? He said, just a friend.
Friend one.
Okay, how old is he?
Now, the pastor says he's just a friend too. Oh, he's just a friend.
18.
Okay. Do you have a driver's license? No.
No.
You don't have any kind of identification?
No.
Okay, where's he live?
In the L section.
So, what's his name? What's his last name?
I don't know if that's
I don't know his last name.
Okay. So what are you guys doing out here?
We're just chilling.
Just chilling.
Chilling.
It was getting hot in the car. So
Getting hot in the car.
Well, when I walked up, you were putting your shorts on.
Wait, he said it was getting hot in the car, so he took his shirt off. Let's go back a second. Wait a minute.
What's his last name?
I don't know if that's I always told me.
Okay. So what are you guys doing out here?
We're just chilling. That's all.
Just chilling.
It was getting hot in the car, so I just took my shirt off.
Well, when I walked up, you were putting your shorts on.
Right? You see the pause? Like deer in the headlight. Them eyes. Sorry. Let me go back again. I'm interrupted. I'm sorry. I'm doing a Bishop Yahusab. Let me let it play.
Okay.
So what are you guys doing out here?
We're just chilling. That's all.
Just chilling.
It was getting hot in the car, so I just took my shirt off.
Well, when I walked up, you were putting your shorts on.
No, my shorts. Because a lot of times, when my shorts, they get kind of stuck. So I was like trying to fix them.
Okay.
Because when you sit in the car, they get wet. Sometimes give you a wedge.
Okay.
Wait. Did he say sometimes the shorts get wet and you get a wedgie? You can't. Pastor, what are you doing? Let's go back a few more seconds. And don't look to see if he's excited. I'm not even looking. Because the dude, anyway, let's go on.
Okay.
Because when you sit in the car, they get wet. Sometimes give you a wedge.
Okay. So, well, you see how it looks? I come up, you two are in the back seat.
Right. Because the front seat, the front seat is like far away from me. So I was like, just talking, communicating, trying to get to know him, and that was it.
But you see how it looks to me?
I got you.
You guys are in the back.
I got you.
Doing something. Because as soon as we turned our lights on, you started moving around real fast.
Yeah, because, it's a secluded place. And we wasn't expecting, and I understand.
There's not supposed to be anybody back here.
Oh, no?
No, there's a no trespassing sign over by the entrance over there.
Wow.
How long you been up here?
How long I've been out here? Maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
And I was just getting ready to drop him off home.
Okay.
Why going to that?
No one's going to jail. I just told you, it was just to be detained because you're on private property, okay? There's a no trespassing sign right on the front.
Okay.
Alright, you guys are in no trespassing area, okay? It's not free to go, so we figure out what's going on, okay? Where were you guys coming from?
Oh, we just come from this house.
Oh, okay.
Can I put my shirt on because of mosquitoes?
No, I'd rather you stay out of the car for right now. Just try and smack them off.
They just met today.
Just a friend.
Where'd you meet him?
Where'd you meet him?
I met him a couple of days ago, and then we wanted to meet up just to get to know him. And
You met him a couple of days ago.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy, you know.
The young boy told the other cop they met online. See how past the line? These Christians don't keep no commandments.
Nothing crazy, so you met him online, you said?
No, well, not online. I met him like we was in Walmart one day. And then,
He met him in Walmart. He met him in Walmart one day.
So you guys just met up in Walmart? How'd you guys just like face to face?
when I met him online in Walmart, then
You heard the slip? You heard the slip? He said, I met him online. I mean, God. Listen again. I know y'all missed it. Listen to the lying pastor.
Online, you said?
no, well, not online. I met him like we was in Walmart one day, and then
So you guys just met up in Walmart? How'd you guys just like face to face?
when I met him online in Walmart, then he texted me online.
So how did
Then he
get your
texted him
number?
online.
So
He said he texted you. You guys met in Walmart, and then he started texting you a lot.
yes, online.
Okay, so
Text me.
so you guys were just both shopping at Walmart, and
Yeah,
then you guys
yeah.
started talking in Walmart when you guys saw each other?
Right.
Okay.
I asked him a few questions. He was like, he looked through this place, and he was like, telling me where he came from, and I was telling him where I came from, and then that was it.
You guys exchanged phone numbers at that point, and
Yeah.
He's 47, 48 years old. So he's in Walmart. He sees a 16-year-old boy and says, hey, where are you from? You around here? What do you like to do? What do you like to do? Well, I like to do that. You like to do that? Yeah, let's go hang out. I think you and me could be good friends. He's 16 years old. You lying, black, nasty Christians, you.
Yeah.
Okay. And so what'd you do? Pick him up from his house?
Yeah.
Or?
I keep on from this house. Because I work late, so I said, well, maybe just come and talk over here.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
And I didn't know it was a no trespassing sign. I knew it used to be a golf course.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was a no trespassing sign, because other than that, I wouldn't have been over it.
Yeah. Okay. How old are you?
I'll be 48.
Okay. What were you guys doing?
Huh?
What were you guys doing?
We were just sitting back seat talking. And I told the cop, I said,
We just sitting in the back seat talking. Just sitting in the back seat talking. Who does that?
I took my shirt off because it was getting hot in the car. And then he says,
Why was it getting hot in the car? Why don't you roll down the windows? Huh? Why you had to get in the back seat with the boy? What the hell's wrong with you? Who raised you? What is wrong with the black Christian pastor?
I was trying to fix something. I said, yeah, I was fixing my shirt because a lot of times when you sweat, your shorts get...
Your car's on, isn't it?
Yeah, but the AC is,
Pretty new Toyota.
yeah, it is pretty new.
He said someone took the AC. The cop said the car looks new. He go, yeah, it's new. He keep getting busted lie after lie.
Yeah. Were you guys having your pants down?
I didn't
You
have
have to
my pants
lie.
down.
I kind of figure what's going on.
I didn't have my pants down, though.
No, he did.
He had his pants down? Oh, wow.
So,
Wait.
I can tell me what's
I'm
going
sorry, I gotta
on.
go back. I gotta go back.
That was...
If it is,
The cop says, well, you both had your pants down. I didn't have my pants down. He had his pants down. Well, he had his pants down. Oh. What the hell's going on here?
But sometimes it gets hot, so...
were you guys having your pants down?
I
You
didn't
have
have
to
my
lie.
pants down.
I kind of figure what's going on.
I didn't have my pants down, though.
No, he did.
He had his pants down? Oh, wow.
So, you're not gonna tell me what's going on? No.
That was...
If it is, if that's what you guys are doing, that's what you guys are going to do.
Right.
At some point,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
You know, people do it all the time, but
So the cop is getting him to relax. The cop is letting him think it's no big deal. People do this type of thing all the time. This gets the criminal, the sinner, to relax, to lower their guard. I'm gonna go back a few seconds. Watch what happens. Let's see.
what's going on? No.
That was...
If it is, if that's what you guys are doing, that's what you guys are going to do.
Right.
At some point,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
You know, people do it all the time, but you don't need to lie.
Okay. Okay.
Wait! The cop said you don't need to lie! Nigga, you don't need to lie! I'm sorry. Let's go.
That was...
If it is, if that's what you guys are doing, that's what you guys are going to do.
Right.
At some point,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
You know, people do it all the time, but you don't need to lie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was sucking him.
What?
All right.
Wait! What did he say? Go back!
Going to do.
Right.
At some point,
Right.
it is what it is.
Right.
You know, people do it all the time, but you don't need to lie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I was sucking him.
Yeah, I was sucking him off. What the? Pastor. Christian black nasty pastor. I got it. I can't take it. You can't make this stuff up. He's sucking off a boy, sucking off a 16-year-old boy. See, this is why the Christians say God's laws are done away with. That makes them feel good about the sin that they commit by justifying themselves by saying, grace, 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 no law, no law, no law. That way they can get away with stuff like this. Let's go back a few seconds.
Going to do at some point. It is what it is.
Right.
You know, people do it all the time, but you don't need to lie.
Okay. Yeah, I was sucking him.
Was he with anybody at Walmart when you met him, or was he by himself?
He was by himself. He wasn't,
Does he drive or anything like that?
not that I know of.
Wait, look at that. Wait. See what the cop said to the other cop?
Does he drive or
Wait,
anything like that?
I got to pause it when it goes up on the screen. He was sucking him off. He's 16. He's 47. Y'all see that? Yeah, you can't make this stuff up. Now this is okay. There's two sins going on here. 3. Number 1, lying, bearing false witness. Number 2, homosexuality. And number 3, in this system, statutory rape. I believe there's an age thing. Now, I don't know the age thing there in Florida, but the boy's 16. I don't think that he's able to consent. Y'all put in the comment if you remember, or Google it.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead and turn around, hands behind your back.
Turn around, put your hands behind your back.
Got some big wrists.
Anything on there?
Yeah.
Over here, the right side of my car. What's in here that's yours?
On my slide.
Have a seat in there. Now, is there anything in the car we need to worry about?
No.
Okay. Sit tight.
You want to fill out a statement for us? What happened tonight? Do I have to go to like the police station to do that?
No.
I gotta read this. 1 Corinthians 7 and verse 2. Christ says this through the Apostle Paul to us. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication. Fornication means sexual sins. To avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Now that is a deterrent for sexual sins. But let's go on.
No, you can do that right here.
Yeah. Am I being detained?
At this time, yes.
Like I'm going to jail?
No, you're not under arrest. You're being detained.
For 2 different things. Okay, am I going to jail?
You're just being detained. You're not under arrest.
So the boy's not under arrest. He's being detained for them to get his information. Now, he may not be under arrest because of his age. They may see him as a minor. I'm not sure about the laws there, but that's what it is.
You're not free to leave.
You're not free to go right now.
And we are going to have you get a hold of your grandparents to come pick you up.
They want to determine, was this forced because of the age difference? Was he aware? What is his mental faculties like? Is he a retard? Or was it for pay? What's going on?
I'll get you a statement. You're good, I got it. You're good. Alright, are you willing to talk to us?
Yeah.
Okay. So go over what occurred tonight.
We just came and chilled over here.
Where'd you pick him up?
From home.
Do you know where his house is?
Yeah.
Where'd you meet him again?
At home.
No, where'd you meet him? Where'd you guys first meet?
Walmart.
Okay, how long ago was that?
He's still going with the Walmart lie.
Maybe 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago?
2 weeks.
You just met and what?
And then I texted him. Well, he texted me, and he wanted to talk, so we came over here to talk.
Okay, you guys just exchanged phone numbers when you guys were at Walmart, and then just started talking for the past couple weeks.
Right.
Okay, and you said he advised you to come pick him up tonight?
Yeah.
Okay, and after you picked him up, he came over here, straight over here?
Right.
Okay, what were you guys going to do after that, after you were doing what you were doing?
That was it.
You know, so all you were going to do, and what were you going to do after that?
I was going to drop him back at home.
Drop him off back at home?
Yeah.
Okay, is this the first time you ever had, like, interaction with him other than in Walmart and besides
Yes, the first time, yeah.
Okay, alright.
Now they're going to question the boy.
So obviously we got two different stories.
Two different
you
stories.
You met him today, first time you ever met him. You never met him anywhere else. Like I said, you're not in trouble. We're just trying to clarify the answer. So you didn't meet him at a Walmart a couple weeks ago? You didn't meet him at a Walmart a couple weeks ago? You're saying you just met tonight. He's saying you met 2 weeks ago at Walmart and exchanged information. And you guys been talking since. That's how it happened. So you first met him today on Tinder? Okay. All right. Did you know how old he was?
So they met on some app called Tinder, whatever that is.
How old he was, by any chance?
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph was charged with lewd or lascivious battery.
Wait, lewd or lascivious battery. Can we look up this word? Now, lascivious is a biblical word. I often tell y'all that America's penal law system is based on the Levitical laws. And you see how the church loves to say God's laws are done away with. But America's laws, many of them, not all, but many of them, are based on the Levitical laws. Now, look up the word lascivious. Lasciviousness. What is lasciviousness? Also known as lewdness, debauchery, wantonness, lecherous. Greek transliteration aselgeia. The word is derived from the Latin lascivious or lascivia, meaning lustful, lewdness, wantonness. Biblical meaning, inappropriate and overt expressions of sexual desire, being driven by sexual desire, filled with it and expressing it, intentional, provoking, or exciting of sexual lust, given to lust, lewdness, filthy immorality, debauchery, or living in debauchery, wantonness, licentiousness, lecherous, promiscuous. Wow! Now, let's go back to Pastor. Look what he was charged with. Lewd or lascivious battery. That's Bible. That is Bible. Wait. I got to prove it to you. Where was it? Jude chapter 1 verse 4. For there are certain men crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men, turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness. What is lasciviousness? Overt sexuality, filthy immorality. Turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness and denying the only Lord God and our Lord Jesus Christ. How do they do that? By turning the grace of our God into lasciviousness. What does that mean? Let's go to Romans 6. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you. What is Romans chapter 6? And bear with me. Verse 1 say, what shall we say then? Shall we continue in sin, meaning breaking God's law? Shall we continue breaking God's law, that grace may abound? God forbid. How shall we that are dead to sin live any longer therein? So it says, should we continue in sin that grace may abound? That's what these Christian black pastors do. Grace, 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 grace. Sucker pecker somewhere. You can't make this stuff up. Stop it. Stop it. Verse 14, watch this. For sin shall not have dominion over you. For you are not under the law, but under grace. What does it mean you are not under the law? Under the law of animal sacrifice. That's what it's talking about. But under grace, the sacrifice of Christ, the new covenant. Under the law refers to the old covenant of animal sacrifice. Grace refers to the new covenant of Christ's sacrifice. I hope you'll understand that. So let's read it again. For sin shall not have dominion over you, for ye are not under the law, but under grace. What then? Shall we sin because we are not under the law, but under grace? God forbid. That means hell no. Stop it, you black nasty Christians. So let's go back a sec or two.
You first met him today on Tinder? Okay. All right. Did you know how old he was, by any chance?
Yeah.
Mr. Joseph was charged with lewd or lascivious battery. He pleaded guilty to the charges and was sentenced to 5 years in prison with 10 years of sex offender probation after his sentence.
10 years of sex offender probation. You know you got to register as a sex offender? You got to register as a sexual deviant. That means if you go for a job or anything, it'll pop up, ding, bing. Let's go on. And you sisters, I'm telling you, some of these people, y'all better start looking up, see if these people got a history. If they're not forthcoming with being truthful, you better leave these dudes alone, and vice versa. You brothers leave these women alone. I'm telling you, because some of these women have been arrested too for all kind of stuff. I got a story. Do I want to tell that story? No, I'll leave it for Sabbath day. Anyway, let's go on.
Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
Wait a minute. So now this here is switches to Pastor Jamal Bryant. Now I'm not going to comment too much on this because the girl that is speaking on it she's telling it from what she saw and what she thinks. There's nothing that I could say is officially substantiated. So I'm just going to let it play and y'all put in the comment board what you think on it. So again, this is Pastor Jamal Bryant.
Rumored that he is also bisexual. Okay? Jen Tasha K dropped this particular news the other day.
Jamal! Who got him ready? Jay Bolin?
So this is Tasha K. I'm going to read it. Tasha K caught Jamal Bryant again, and this time he was sharing a hookah tip with a mystery man. Let's go back to the few seconds. I'm going to just let it play out.
Rumored that he is also bisexual. Okay? Jen Tasha K dropped this particular news the other day.
Jamal! Who got him ready? Jay Bolin? The same person got Tisha Campbell ready? Who did this? The same person dressing Sarah Jakes Roberts' husband? Back to Jamal Bryant, okay? The reason I got Jamal Bryant up in here, I wasn't gonna say nothing. I wasn't gonna let him be, okay? I ran into him again. It was last Friday, so I left the show and I went down the street and I'm sitting at a table beside Jamal. And he was with another dude, and the dude kind of gave me this. All of this. And here's what made me kind of like raise my eyebrow a little bit, because, it's been rumors about him for years, right? And so, of course, this is all alleged about the rumors that he, dabs both ways, right? And so, you remember I told you I had ran into him when he was down here with the co-pastor who got a BBL. Everybody was trying to figure out if they were screwing or not, okay? I confirmed that. When I saw him again and he turned around and looked dead in my face, guess what he had in his hand? First of all, he was with a man. They looked like they was on a date. He was in town for a conference. And they were sharing a hookah pipe. When I tell you, I said, I know damn well they ain't sharing. Because, usually they give you, the little plastic hookah tips. They were sharing the same tip. See, y'all, I don't want nobody coming to me no more talking about a pastor done did this to him, a pastor done did that to him. Y'all following, tithing to a man who love hoes, putting hoes in positions in the church, in parties at the church, before church, and goes and lays down, allegedly, with these hoes at the church and alleged male hoes.
Male hoes.
This what we doing. This what we doing. That man looked me dead in my face. Dead in my face. He knew exactly who I was. I said, oh, he ain't running today. Last time he was running. I said, yeah, man, this is my neighborhood. You ain't the only one that can afford to be down here. The difference between me and you is you using somebody else's money. This mine. He trying to frequent where white folks at and Russians at and Jews at. He ain't think no black folk. He thought I was down there visiting. No, sir, I live down there with the Jews. I did. There ain't no police in our neighborhood. It's mine. Everybody know me around there. But this who y'all tithing to. I just want to let you know the check was spent on a hookah pipe and they were sharing the tip. Moving on, tips. They telling them tips. Ain't no telling whatever the tips they selling, sharing, spitting on.
You can't make this stuff up. Well, Tasha K, all I'm going to say is the Jews are black. Those white folks that you live around, those are not the Jews. Jeremiah 14:2 reads, Judah mourneth and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. The word Jew comes from the word Judah. According to the Bible, the real Jews are black. Okay, let me get some more. Song of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 1 and 5. Bear with me. Y'all bear with me. Song of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 1. A song of songs which is Solomon's. Verse 5. I am black. Now remember, King Solomon was the king of the 12 tribes of Israel, of the tribe of Judah. He was of the tribe of Judah, king over all 12 tribes of Israel. So as being from the tribe of Judah, the nickname that came from that, or abbreviated name, is Jew. Okay, in English. Verse 5, I am black, but comely, O you daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, as the curtains of Solomon. So in this song, Solomon writes about himself being black and handsome. All right, so I just wanted that to let our sister Tasha K know that the real Jews are black, not white. Those white folks that you live around that come from Poland, Czechoslovakia, Uzbekistan, Poland, those are Edomites. Those are not the real biblical Jews. But back to the black nasty Christians. I got to hit back on that. Let's go to Leviticus 18. So Leviticus 18 gives you the list of fornication. It gives you a whole list. Okay, I'll give you an example from the New Testament. Let me show you there first, and I'll reference it with the Old Testament laws. 1 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 1. Bear with me. And it reads, It is reported commonly that there is fornication among you, and such fornication as is not so much as named among the Gentiles, that one should have his father's wife. It doesn't say that one should have his mother. It said his father's wife. Now, where's that law? Where's Paul referencing this? You got to go back to Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover. It is thy father's nakedness. So Paul referenced fornication with Leviticus 18, from 1 Corinthians 5 and 1 to Leviticus 18. Now, in Leviticus 18, like I said earlier, gives you a whole list of sexual laws, filthy sexual sins. But I'm going to just hit some key ones. I'm going to go to verse 20, since we're all familiar with verse 20 down. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her. That's the law. Thou shalt not commit adultery. That's what verse 20 is saying. Verse 21, thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Molech. Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. What does that mean? Don't let your seed pass through the fire to Molech. Abortion. Don't murder your babies. That's what verse 21 is saying. Verse 22, thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It is abomination. So what Pastor Alfonso, what's the name? Alfonso Joseph was doing with that 16-year-old boy in the back seat of the car, getting hot and heavy, hot and sweaty, is nasty. It says that is an abomination. Verse 23, neither shalt thou lie with any beast, talking about bestiality, to defile thyself therewith. Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto. It is confusion. So now it goes into bestiality. So many of you Christians say it's too hard to keep God's laws. So let's start with that last one I just read. You mean it's too hard to not have sex with an animal? You know that's easy. Let's keep it real. Right, the verse above it, verse 22 says, man shall not lie down with mankind as he does with a woman. Talking about same-sex relations. Is that too hard to keep? No. Verse above that, verse 21, don't kill your babies. Do not abort the babies. Verse 20, don't sleep with your neighbor's wife. I started with verse 8. Don't sleep with your stepmother. These should be self-explanatory. But for some reason in the black Christian church, it is so hard. It is so it is so difficult. I can't understand it. Deuteronomy 23. Come on, follow along with me so you can read along and know I'm not making nothing up. Deuteronomy 23 and verse 17 reads, there shall be no whore of the daughters of Israel. Now, when you look up that word whore there's a number there. There's a number there, number 2 in my Bible. It says, or sodomites, meaning a lesbian, a whore lesbian, a whorish lesbian. So y'all see that? There shall be no whore, meaning sodomitis, of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. So no same-sex relations. No same-sex relations. Do you understand that? Now, you're gonna mean to tell me that Lord's done away with? No, it's not. Let's get some more. Exodus 20. You should all be familiar with this one. Exodus chapter 20 and verse 14. Thou shalt not commit adultery, meaning don't have sex with your neighbor's wife. Now, the law of bestiality, homosexuality, sleeping with your stepmother, or homosexuality, where is that? Where are those laws in the 10 Commandments? Well, guess what? Technically, it's not written there, but spiritually it is written there. Where would it fall under? It would fall under verse 14, which is the 7th commandment. Thou shalt not commit adultery is don't break the laws of marriage. Same sex breaks the laws of marriage. Having sex with your stepmother breaks the laws of marriage. Bestiality breaks the law of marriage. You're breaking that 7th commandment, which reads, thou shalt not commit adultery. I hope you'll understand that. Okay. So now, many people like to say Christ did not speak against homosexuality. Yes, he did. It's called thou shalt not commit adultery. Do not break the laws of marriage. That's him speaking against homosexuality. That's him speaking against bestiality. You understand that? Look, I got to show you. Don't break the laws of marriage. Matthew 5:27. Y'all, you in the Christian church, y'all some evil, filthy people. Matthew 5, verse 27. Watch what Christ says here. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Now he goes into the inner man, lusting, coveting after someone you don't intend to marry. You're still breaking the law of marriage. Okay? So that's Christ explaining it to us. Verse 29, and if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out and cast it from thee. That right eye does not mean your literal right eye. Let me show you what it means. Let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 6. If thy brother, the son of thy mother, or thy son, or thy daughter, or the wife of thy bosom, or thy friend, which is as thine soul, entice thee secretly, saying, let us go serve other gods, which thou hast not known, thou nor thy fathers, namely the gods of the people which are round about you, nigh unto thee or far off from thee, from the one end of the earth even unto the other end of the earth, thou shalt not consent unto him, nor hearken unto him, neither shall thine eye pity him, neither shalt thou spare, neither shalt thou conceal him. So that's what it means when it talks about your right eye. I'm going to read 29 again. And if thy right eye offend thee, pluck it out. That could be your wife, your brother, your son, your sister, your friend, which is as your soul. Cast it from thee, for it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. Then he goes on, if your right hand offend thee, cut it off, cast it from thee. For it is profitable for thee that one of thy members should perish, and not that thy whole body should be cast into hell. So somebody that's as you close to you, like your soul, Christ said, pluck it out or cast it from you. Y'all understand that? Everybody got that? All right, Acts 15:19. Christians like to say, no, the apostles never taught to keep the commandments. The apostle, shut up! You don't know what you're talking about. Acts 15 and verse 19. Watch this. Wherefore my sentence is that we trouble not them which from among the Gentiles are turned to God. These Gentiles are the northern kingdom of Israel. Verse 20. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols. What is he teaching us? The first four commandments. To abstain from pollutions of idols means, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any image to bow down or worship. Number 3, thou shalt not take the name of the Lord thy God in vain. Number 4, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Those first four commandments is the first one that the apostle said. I'm going to read verse 20 again, Acts 15, verse 20. But that we write unto them that they abstain from pollutions of idols and from fornication. What is fornication? Sexual sins. Remember, the seventh commandment is what? Thou shalt not commit adultery. What falls under that? Man shall not lie down with mankind as he does with womankind. There shall be no sodomite or sodomitis. What else do we read? Bestiality, all of sexual sins falls right there when it says, and from fornication. Then it says, and from things strangled and from blood. Those are the dietary laws. You read about that in Deuteronomy 14, Leviticus 11, Leviticus 17. You got that? Okay, verse 21. For Moses of old time hath in every city them that preach him, being read in the synagogues every Sabbath. Meaning, if they had to learn anything else, let them go to the synagogues to learn. But those main four things that we read, pollutions of idols, fornication, things strangled and from blood, those are the main things they focused on with those Gentile Israelites. Okay, y'all got that? Y'all with me, right? Don't get lost. Now, let's go to Romans chapter 1, verse 26. Remember, we're in the New Testament now. Romans 1, verse, Matthew, New Testament. Acts, New Testament. Romans chapter 1 and verse, I'll start at 25. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. What does that mean? And worshiped and served the creature. The creature is man. What creature, meaning man, do people worship more than the creator? Put up the white image of Jesus. Put up the white image of Jesus. That's what you serve in the Christian church. The creature more than the creator. You are the ones that turn the truth of God into a lie. Verse 25 again. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshiped and served the creature more than the creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. For this cause God gave them up unto vile affection. Vile affection, meaning filthy affections. For even their women did change the natural use into that which is against nature. Meaning women with women. That is against nature. Verse 25. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman. What's the natural use of the woman? To have sex and have babies. That is her natural. Get married, have sex, have babies. That is her natural use. That's what she was created for. Verse 27 again. And likewise also the men, leaving the natural use of the woman, burned in their lust one toward another. Men with men, working that which is unseemly, and received in themselves that recompense of the error which was good. You have Pastor Alfonso Joseph lusting after a 16-year-old boy, butt naked in the back seat of a car. come out the car with no shirt on, pulling up his boxer shorts, talking about he got a wedgie. He was in the back seat having conversation. Then he confessed and admitted he was sucking him off. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. You nasty black Christians out there. Let's go to the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 5. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. Mortify means to deaden. Deaden, mortify. Like mortuary, to deaden, to dead. Mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth. He going to name the members. Fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, meaning it ain't right. Evil concupiscence. Can we look that up? It says strong sexual desire, lust. So we got to mortify concupiscence. Then it says, and covetousness, which is idolatry, meaning your desires are idolatrous. Why? Because you put that above the laws of God. You put your lust, your desires above the laws of God. Okay, from there, let's go to the next one. Ecclesiasticus chapter 23 and verse 6. Let not the greediness of the belly. You saw that dude had a big belly because he liked to eat, right? Let not the greediness of the belly, nor the lust of the flesh take hold of me. Notice how Sirach compares the greediness of the belly with the lust of the flesh. The two go hand in hand, okay? We have to learn to overcome the greediness of our belly. That's why a lot of you are fat, overweight, stout. Oh, I know. You got a thyroid problem, right? No, you're just fat. That's the greediness of the belly. Then it says lust of the flesh. That's that concupiscence, that evil lasciviousness, overt sexual desires, perversions, debauchery. It says, I'm reading again, let not the greediness of the belly, nor lust of the flesh take hold of me, and give not over me thy servant into an impudent mind, meaning a rebellious mind. Watch this. Ecclesiastes chapter 18, verse 30. Go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. See how once again Sirach compares your lust, your sexual lust, to your appetite. Anything that's outside or above what God says is sin. When you eat too much, it's called greediness, gluttony. That's a sin. Now, it opens up with go not after thy lust, but refrain thyself from thine appetites. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, like that 16-year-old boy, or sucking on a hookah with a man. If thou givest thy soul the desires that please her, she will make thee a laughing stock to thine enemies that malign thee. That's for you brothers and sisters. That's for all of us. The enemies that malign us are our family members and friends who say you don't have to keep the commandments. But we are busy teaching the commandments. So guess what? When we fall into these things, they're the first ones that point the finger at us. I hope y'all understand that. Now, from there, let's go to 1 Corinthians chapter 6. 1 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 9. So what is the message? Is the message, no, that's not the message. That's not the message at all. The message is a message of warning, a message of repentance. 1 Corinthians 6 and 9. Watch what Christ says through Paul here. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived. Don't be tricked by Christians. Neither fornicators. Remember what fornication is, sexual lust. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate. What's effeminate? Men that act like women. Boys that act like girls. Nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind's same-sex relations, nor thieves, nor covetous, nor drunkards, nor revilers, nor extortioners shall inherit the kingdom of God. Verse 11. And such were some of you. But you are washed, but ye are sanctified, but ye are justified in the name of the Lord Jesus and by the Spirit of our God. So what is he saying? He's letting us know some of the disciples of Christ were some of those things. They repented from those various lifestyles, corrected their life according to God's commandments, and walked in the Spirit of Christ. That's the message to you. That's the message to me. That's the message for all of us. So, brothers, sisters, I hope you gained or gleaned something from today's lesson. So now let's get into the reading of the shout out letters and donations, all right? All right, this first letter reads, all praises to the Most High, Christ bless. Bishop Nathaniel, keep up the good work of God. I'm falling off a little bit. I am dealing a lot with where I am staying, but I know if I stay in God's hands, it will be all right. Pray for me. I did go and get a poison test. It was negative, but I know how I am feeling, and I was knocked out at one point. It's so much going on here. I will not bore you with it. Here is this is from Sister Viola H. Well, Viola, check the carbon monoxide in the house. Also, have it checked for asbestos. And go to a doctor and have him check you out. And maybe something, get a full diagnosis. All right? MRI, EKG, all of that stuff. You know. All right? And definitely I'll keep you in my prayers. This next letter is from Brother Keith of Brooklyn. Dear Bishop Nathaniel, praise to the Most High. Raise up a leader like you to teach the nation of Israel. This is an alms to help the nation. Many blessings to all the brothers for doing a great work. I'm watching online. My Hebrew name is Bantazawadag. Okay, Bantazawadag. I think this is about your third or fourth. Okay, I'll try to keep that in memory. Bantazawadag. All praises. All praises. This next letter says to the bishop from Donald. This will probably be one of my last letters in that I'm going blind. So please pray for me at this time. I still haven't made a move back yet to Minnesota, so keep up the good works. Yours truly, Donald, also known as Zion John. Well, definitely, brothers and sisters, let's keep the names that I'm reading off in prayer. Join with me in praying for these brothers, these sisters who is going through hard times, health issues, housing issues, family issues. So let's definitely keep all of them in prayer. All right. This next letter is from Sister Regina D. Shalom, Most High in Christ bless you, General Bishop, and your lovely family. I pray endurance, longevity in this truth for you and your entire family. Our spirits are in unity. Since the beginning, the Most High has blessed me with a talent to write. This talent is given me to benefit Israel. All words belong to the Most High. 1 Corinthians 3, 6-8. Thank you, Captain Emmanuel. Shout out to Captain Emmanuel. Class on Ida B. Wells. All praise to the Most High for inventions. With 1 Corinthians 3, 6-8, we have a decorative invention and a righteous enhancement on a holy invention. Plus, great but holy ideas for Mother Shamara. All of these Israel will support 100%. How can I effectively get this to you? I too want to build back our great nation. I see your phone number there. Bishop Nathaniel, please don't become angry with me regarding what I see with the shield and sword hanging on the wall. Could they represent Jake, hair upward and outward, and Esau, hair grows downward? In battle, Esau Edom thinks he will win. He pushes the sword through the top of Jake's head and out through Jake's mouth. Bishop Nathaniel, you are an artist. Draw the lion, the shield, and the sword the way you want it to be. A Jake worker in metal can make it for you. I'm sorry for stepping out of line. I only wanted you to know what I see. I have these words, ideas, thoughts. My desire is to use them for Israel. At this time, I don't have guidance by a prophet. Jonathan, you are as solid as a rock and funny man. I do not want any beef with you. Please forgive any offense. I do not mean to offend. No offense taken. No, I do appreciate all the various ideas from brothers and sisters. Definitely, I don't know everything, and I may not see everything. What you see may be a valid point. I definitely will share the concept, the idea with the brothers, the captains over the various schools, and get their input. All right? All praises to the Most High. Thank you, Regina. This next letter says, Bishop Nathaniel, I am still learning and watching online about our people and the real Yah, God of Israel. Also, I really would like to attend classes, but as I have said before, I can't drive all by myself. So I'm going to try and send blankety blank, but it may not be much, but I would like to see you or reach our people. So here's a little something to help out. Please take good care of your family and self. Miss Barbara G. Okay, I see your phone number here. Your Hebrew name is Zipporah, and I'll definitely, where are you located at? All right, I'll have somebody reach out to you. All praises, all praises. All right. We want to give a shout out of thanks to Brother Keith. That's Bantazawadag. Shout out to Brother Andrew. Shout out to Sister Julie. Brother Andrew again. All praises. We want to give a shout out of thanks as well to Joseph J. Miss Susie A. Miss Jay Greenlee again. Shout out to Brother Charlie H. Shout out to Sister Viola H. Shout out to the Brooks Company. Shout out to Lucretia I. Shout out to Brother Donald J. of Baldwin, Michigan. Shout out to, you just put your initials, you got CJC. All praises, thank you. CJC again. Shout out to Sister Tracy M.H., 12 Tribes Worldwide. All praises. Shout out to Sister Regina D. Regina D again. Regina D again. Regina D again. All praises. Shout out to Brother A.V. Miller. Shout out to Sister Jackie M. Shout out to Larry B. Retired. Shout out to Sister Tracy M.H., 12 Tribes Worldwide. Shout out to Sister Michelle E.J. of Chico, California. Shout out to Ilona B. All praises. Shout out to, I think that's A. Ramos. Yes, A. Ramos. Shout out to Pelalaya I. Shout out to Amy H.A. of Bro Bridge, Louisiana. Shout out to Charles L. All praises. Shout out to Charles L. again. Shout out to Charles L. again of Tampa, Florida. Shout out to M. Mervillis. M. Mervillis. All praises, all praises. Shout out to the Brooks Company again. And shout out to Maxine G. of Bloomfield, Connecticut. Shout out to Barbara G. All praises. And shout out to Jackie M. again. Well, brothers, well, sisters, you know how I love to say, let's all of us stay healthy. Let's stay faithful. Let's stay focused. But most of all, let's all of us stay in the spirit. Most High in Christ bless you all. Love you. Till next time. Shalom.